Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope you are well, wherever you are, whatever the damn time. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, it is going to be another full day of eating, obviously. I'm also going to show you my food shop. I'm about to go in about 30 minutes after I've had my first meal, which is just here, which is going to be 400 grams of rice cooked weight with 130 grams cooked weight, 5% beef mince, 30 grams of dates, and 100 grams of veg. So that's how I'm starting the full day of eating this morning. Got back to some clients, done my mobility, done vacuum work, dropped Bryony off to work. I've also got a train today, which is going to be a leg session, and I'm going to take you through the day. But most importantly, I just want to take you through what is involved in the weekly food shop. So I'm going to get this meal down and then I'll see you once I'm back from the shop. All right, we're back from the food shop, and in a world where people are trying to leverage as much time as possible, which I understand, food shopping is one of those things that I literally will not give up. I do not want somebody else picking my food shopping. I don't want some random employee at Sainsbury's or at Aldi just picking my food and delivering it to me, because I like the experience of going on the food shop. I like looking at the different food. I like it. I enjoy it. It's one of the bodybuilders that I really enjoyed watching when I was getting into bodybuilding was Evan Centopani. And if you watch Evan Centopani videos, you know just how much he loves food and just the experience of food. And just the process of getting your own food, etc. It's great. Went to Aldi and Sainsbury's. Sainsbury's is probably, I think, pound for pound, the best supermarket in the UK. If I could, I would go to M&S, but I'm not at that stage in my life. I don't think I'll ever be at that stage in my life, to be honest. M&S is one of those places where you kind of go to have a little look. It's like when you were a kid and you went to Toys R Us real quick just to get a little glimpse. But I thought I would leave out the stuff that I'll be using as resources of food throughout most of the week. There's a couple of different foods that I thought I would try across this week. So on those days, I'll likely just plug that food into Chronometer so I can actually track how much I'm consuming. Same old mince, 5%, just as my red meat source primarily throughout the week. We've also got turkey steaks. I'll actually be having these in place of the bacon medallions that I've been having. I am having a little bit of a break from bacon because ultimately it still is processed food. It's still very high in nitrites as well. So I just kind of want to limit how much bacon I'm having. And I was having a lot. I was having like 4 medallions a day. And yes, it's low in fat, it's low in saturated fat, which also isn't great. But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't really matter when it's just deli meat primarily, right? It's processed deli meat. So yeah, I'm trying to cut down on that a little bit. So I'm going to be using these in the morning and going to be using them with eggs as well and some vegetables, and just using that instead of medallions, but keeping the eggs in play. I've also got as another protein source, so salmon. And if you watch the last full day of eating, I think it was the last one or the one before, I did use salmon as one of my meals. I was just using one single fillet and then making up the difference in protein with chicken or extra whey. So really easy to substitute in, to be honest. And this wasn't too bad in terms of pricing, actually. It's not sockeye salmon, which I prefer the taste. Sockeye salmon also has lower fat than just kind of your standard like wild salmon that you just normally get. But this is still decent. You're going to get a bit more fat in here. That's why I'm only having one fillet. One fillet is like... We've also got chicken breast, standard. I don't think that'll ever go out of rotation. Greek yogurt, 0%. Again, I'm going to be using this to replace the bacon medallions that I normally have. So in that meal, and you'll see that meal today, it'll be 20 grams of carbohydrate from fruit, around about, and then it'll be bread or bagel with honey, and then I'll have eggs, and I'll likely just have that fruit in 250 grams of this. So that'll be what I'll be using that for. Greek yogurt, again, very good for your gut. Low in saturated fat. Can't go wrong with Greek yogurt. It tastes delicious. I don't even need to mix it in with whey. It just tastes nice plain, honestly. Even with some honey, it's exceptional. And then we've got, so let's move on to fruits and veg. Kiwi, I am a huge fan of kiwi. Skin on with kiwi. We've got frozen mango. So I'll rotate between frozen mango and frozen pineapple with my chicken and rice meal. And honestly, mixed into chicken and rice, mango or pineapple is delicious. I think pineapple on pizza kind of makes sense because it's almost like sweet and sour chicken. Like there's pineapple in that. I feel like pizza with pineapple would work. Wouldn't be my number one choice, but I don't think it's awful. It's not a weird combination. Apples, high in fiber. Braeburn apples. The best apples, Braeburn, Granny Smith, and I do like Pink Lady, but they're quite expensive. Braeburn's good because they're really crunchy, and then Granny Smith is very tangy. I like tangy things. So yeah, they got to be crunchy apples. None of this like golden delicious nonsense. We got dates, and I've also got some medjool dates up there. These are Deglet Nor dates without stones. So basically I just have 30 grams of dates. You saw in my first meal, 30 grams of dates with that mince and rice meal. We've got some mushrooms. So I'm going to be cooking some of these up with just some garlic, some spring onion as well, and just putting this in with my chicken and rice or my mince and rice, maybe even having it with my eggs as well. So just adding a little bit of mushroom in there. Again, just having a little bit more versatility with my fruit and vegetables. I am a big fan of cruciferous vegetables as well. So your Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, kale. I don't think if there is such thing as a superfood, I think that's them, to be honest. So discounted, then I'll just throw them in the freezer. So broccoli and cauliflower, and then we've got Brussels sprouts as well. Very high in fiber. Very good at getting stuff going in your gut as well. Grapes, I'll have them as part of my kind of eggs and Greek yogurt meal in the mornings or whenever I have that meal. And if you know me, blueberries. Rest of the stuff here we've got, so honey, definitely using a little bit more of this now that I'm deeper into the off season. It's just easy carbohydrate, and yeah, it's natty. Bagels as well. We've also got Jason's sourdough bread I'll be using. Eggs, so I do have whole eggs. I don't really use egg whites, to be honest. And jasmine rice, because jasmine rice is really easy to get down, and it just, for me, I can get through the meal relatively quickly. It feels like air in my stomach once I've eaten it. So that is everything that I've pretty much got for the next week. The total today, it cost £106 for that. Not too bad. This obviously, it's just my stuff. I've put B's stuff away. She got quite a few bits as well, obviously. We got stuff for like the bathroom and the kitchen and whatnot. So spend around about, it's like between 100 and to 110 pounds a week. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to get meal number 2 ready, get on with some work, and then head to the gym. I'm telling you, this WWE Unreal documentary series is going to make me start watching wrestling again. I'm not joking. It is so good. Damn, they've nailed it. I've just watched the episode where they're speaking about heels and whatnot, and when they turn John Cena heel. I mean, yeah, I can't wait to get into season 2. Well, meal number 2, before I get on with work for about an hour. Cream of rice, ground rice, 125 grams, 45 grams of whey isolate this time. We've got 100 grams of blueberries, frozen, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 10 grams of like a seed mix, so pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds, and that's it. Cinnamon, good to go. Bit of client work, gym. I'll see you for the post-workout meal. So I'm just about to head to the gym, but I wanted to show you my intra workout that I have at the minute, and I decided to start taking intra workout to the gym just to see if it would make a bit of a difference to my performance, how I felt in training sessions. I've definitely noticed a difference. I do use it a little bit more strategically rather than having it every single session. It normally just depends on how close I have my meal to my training window. If my meal is quite close, I don't bother. In this instance today, I had my pre-workout meal quite a while ago, like an hour and a half ago. I had my pre-workout meal. By the time I get to the gym, it'll be about a couple of hours, get to my training session. So it makes a little bit more sense in that situation. But this is the intra that I'm using. So supplement needs carb plus, really good. It's got obviously carbohydrate plus the dextrin, but it's also got Hydroprime, which is basically glycerol. So it helps with pumps and getting that fluid, water, into the muscle cells. And obviously that helps with nutrient delivery as well. So this is a really good product. It's not just kind of your standard CarbX, whatever. So supplement needs as well, you know, it's going to be formulated really well. You can pick this up yourself on Full Ball Sports. Use code Elliot. They also have an education platform as well. Different athletes, bodybuilders, all on there, vlogs, and educators such as Ali Fraser and Dr. Emily Wilkinson as well. So very, very useful resource, and I think it's only like £9 a month. And you get discounted supplements. So definitely check it out. But if you don't get the membership, use code Elliot. Whatever you do, use code Elliot at the checkout. That's the intro. It's basically 30 grams of the Carb Plus, and then I've also got Ribena in there as well. Most of it will be done by the halfway point. And then from that point on, really, I'm just having the rest of it just to ensure that I don't get like a dry mouth or thirsty throughout the rest of the session. So anyway, I got legs today, so I'll see you once I'm back from the gym. Gents, meal 3, post-workout. We got oats, 100 grams with 45 grams of whey, 150 grams of blueberries. We've got 30 grams of honey and 100 grams of sourdough bread. So this is going to be the meal. Post-workout, what a fantastic workout. Legs, I'm really enjoying this new split. Feeling strong, joints feel decent. So yeah, I'm on a really good run with training at the minute, which is obviously always exciting. Anyway, I'm going to get this down real quick, and then I'll see you for meal number 4. Do you know what I've just done? I didn't even record the video.
Oh, there's no way.
I didn't film the video. I'm not going to repeat what I said. I'm going to wait until my last meal to repeat what I just said. But this is my 4th meal for the 2nd time. 400 grams of rice, 175 grams cooked weight chicken, 100 grams of veg, so carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, 10 ml of extra virgin olive oil, and 100 grams of mango on the side. I literally just filmed an entire segment about cardio, but I'll explain in my last meal because I'm not saying that again. It's pretty late, but it's the last meal and it's a small one. So we got 2 whole eggs, medium size. We got 1 kiwi and 60 grams of grapes. And then we got 150 grams of Greek yogurt. So that's the meal. When I was having my 4th meal, I covered a couple of points in the 4th meal, but I actually forgot to record, stupidly. In my post-workout meal, I took a large amount of the carbohydrates from this meal and put them in my post-workout meal. So this meal before bed didn't have to be too large because I knew that I'd be eating quite late. Normally the sourdough bread or bagels would go with this meal. I was also mentioning as well that I've made an adjustment to my cardio. I'm saying that because in a couple of days I've got to do a cardio session that I'm not looking forward to, which is a VO2 max cardio session. Basically, a couple of things I've done. 1, I've increased the amount of cardio I'm doing per week. So 2 hours across the entirety of the week. And I've also started to introduce VO2 max training. So just like intervals, basically. It's like the 4x4 method that I do on one of those days once a week. And that's every Saturday. And I've done the first one last week. And it absolutely sucked. And not that my cardio is awful, but I haven't done cardio in that fashion in a very long time. Like consistently holding your heart rate at 165, 170 beats per minute for 4 minutes sucks. Like it really does suck. But VO2 max is an important predictor in life or longevity and also life quality. So that's something that I really want to work on. My VO2 max at the minute is 46. To be honest, I want to get that over 50. And I think I can do that while still prioritizing bodybuilding and muscle. So yeah guys, anyway, I appreciate you watching the video. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you for the next one.